Transfers bring fresh energy, and Jaheem Joseph arrives at UNLV with a resume that speaks volumes. A seasoned corner and safety with stops at Northwestern and West Virginia, he's ready to anchor the Rebel defense and bring that leadership to a rising program. Really pumped to have Jaheem join us on the Scarlet Standard today. Jaheem, thanks for being here.
Appreciate you for inviting me.
You've had a solid journey with time at West Virginia and Northwestern. What's it like? What's the transition been like to UNLV so far?
It's been great being all the players on the team, of course, first and foremost, because, when you get recruited, all you're doing is talking to the coaches. So it was refreshing, getting in Vegas and meeting everybody, start building connections and stuff. So it's definitely been a smooth transition.
What was that like? What attracted you to Vegas the most?
The most, Coach Mullen, before Coach Arnett had got dismissed, definitely those two, they were big. They both played huge factors in my decision. Coach Mullen, his resume speaks for itself. Coach Arnett, he put a lot of guys in the league as well. So, and being in Vegas, going into my last year to dominate and take that next step. So it was a lot of things that aligned for what I wanted this last year.
UNLV had some pretty good corners last year, some pretty good safeties with Jalen Catalon and Baldwin and Grimes. Did you have a chance to watch any of what they did last year?
I haven't, I've thought about it. Actually, I actually watch old football games. Just have go on YouTube and pull a full game, just have it on. I haven't really watched UNLV yet because I kind of want to honestly I put it off to the side because I really watch matchups. You know what I'm saying? This yesterday, I think I watched what game that was. I think it was Old State in Texas. I just like watching big time, prime time games. Not taking them from UNLV because I definitely watch some of their highlights too. Going through the process and stuff. But I haven't really sat down really watched a full game for it. If that makes sense.
No, I got you. You sometimes you can't pass up watching those old like OU Texas games, those old Texas SC games. That was basically that was basically like that. Some people's childhoods. Reggie Bush and all of them. People remember that. I remember when I was a kid watching, sitting on the couch with my dad watching an old late night Pac-12 game of US Reggie Bush rushing for like 300 yards against Fresno. It's like you don't think of those things. It's like, oh, and then it's like you watch those clips. Now you're like, he was really doing that.
For sure. Or even guys like Tavon Austin, being going to West Virginia, it was kind of like a surreal movement. Being able to put on those colors, playing in that stadium. He even our first game versus Penn State, he walked us out the tunnel. So he came to multiple games. So kind of connecting with my childhood was a surreal moment for me. Even watching Geno Smith.
Have you met him yet?
No, I never got to meet him.
Because Gino plays for the Raiders now, and I know he's worked out at Fertitta a couple times.
Yeah, so watching Geno Smith and Stedman Bailey, they both from my area. I was going into West Virginia. I was really excited because I always watched them growing up, with their uniforms and all that. So it definitely was fun.
What excites you the most about joining UNLV and the coaching staff?
Everything, honestly. Going into my last year, every day is counted. That's kind of mindset I have. I can't take no rep off. I can't take no workout off. It's all, going to his last year. So I'm just excited for everything. The pregame, the little game day tradition, learn all that stuff.
You mentioned the kind of the transition, from Arnett to Gunther. How's that been?
It's been smooth, Coach Arnett, his resume speaks for itself. I had a relationship with him, but Coach Gunther, he came in and it was a smooth transition. His resume being in the league for so many years, it was really a plus. Play for Arnett, but him stepping in, it was a smooth transition because obviously, a lot of guys in our defense, like I said, we're going into our last year, so just getting a taste of what a NFL type defense looked like and type of game planning and stuff going into the year is definitely going to be a plus for us.
How's your move to Vegas felt so far, off the field?
It's been cool. I'm not really I don't really go out and stuff like that. I really be in the house, But I have a cousin out here from my mom's side, so he helped me move in and stuff. But I love it out here. It's definitely West Coast is definitely different. You know, the sun come up at like 6 a.m. Like some be up early, so like I be to this day, like even tomorrow morning, I still be jumping out my sleep thinking I'm late for workouts, you know, because the sun be up so early. Yeah, it's been a smooth transition. I like it out here.
You know, I don't know if you've experienced it yet, but it's a big town. Vegas is a big town, but small town at the same time. A lot of people know each other.
Yeah, I heard that for real. Like one of our coaches, Hunky Cooper, he told us like we plugged in with more people y'all think y'all like. You know, like yeah, we in the big city, big market, but like you said, like everybody knows it.
Especially if you've been here for a long time like he has, because I think he's from here. Pretty sure he played his high school here, played at UNLV, and then he coached high school here at some point before he got back into college. Before I think he was at before he went to San Diego State. So when you have like that longevity in somewhere, you're gonna know everybody.
Sure, he's definitely like he's a coach that like they say if you need anything, call Hunky. You probably gonna know somebody to help you.
You bring in a lot of experience, including you had a pretty big role at West Virginia last year. How do you plan on using that experience to impact the Rebel defense?
Man, so I plan just getting everybody on the same page. You know, as a defense, we gotta play fast, but we can't allow the offense to dictate to us that it's gonna be a long day. You know what I'm saying? Just making sure we're all on the same page, that we all, you know, when we get into the season, reading the tendency, make sure everybody see the same way I see it, so we can just play fast, you know, and now our talent will just take over.
What's your leadership style like, especially as a veteran stepping into a new locker room?
So I'll say, I mean, you could probably tell by like my demeanor, like I'm not really a rah big screaming around type guy, you know. I'm a off the field, I'm a laid back, quiet guy. So like my approach, like in the locker room, is just you know you gotta build your own individual connection with people before before you can really. For me, that's how I take. I gotta build a connection with you before, so I can see what type of person you is and like what type of person and how you like react. Because you can't talk to one person the same way you talk to another person. You know, everybody has their own needs. Everybody has their own triggers, especially like with football, like to get somebody going or to get them out. Maybe they just had a bad play. You know, you got to talk about it. You know, being negative. So like, I'm heavy on just building a relationship with people, and then like as our relationship builds on, you know that's when my leadership come in. Like, or if I see something, or like I read a body language. Like I'm a big body language type person. Like I read energies in the room. Like that's a big. I'm a very visual person. Like I see a lot of things. Just you know, learning guys and just you know go about it like that. That's how I describe my leadership style.
Who would you say you've gotten the closest to?
Whoa, the closest. Obviously, it's gonna be the DB. LT, you know, Laterrence Welch, Denver Harris, DB Amaris Brown, even the young pup, Yasir Muhammad. You know, he early enrolled, so he be rolling with us. So a lot of the DBs for
How tight knit has that room come?
man, it's crazy because if any person will come into our facility and like just sit around the DBs, you'll think like we knew each other for years. Like it'll be crazy to think like we just met 4 months or 5 months ago. You know, so we are really credit to Coach Davis. You know, he keeps us in line as well. You know, he's a God fearing man, you know, family man. So he preaches that to our room. You know, we all in it together, especially in the back end. Like we either win in reality, like we either win games or lose games. Either the crowd either love you or they hate you. That's just the nature of the position. So just being a tight, you know, it's been great.
Safety is a critical position, so is corner. What do you see as the keys to playing it at a high level, especially in the Mountain West?
Man, it's mentally you gotta be mentally tapped in, you know, to play defensive back. Because you know, like I said, one play you can get beat, next play you catch a pick. So like it's so he's gotta be so locked in, you
It
know,
goes 0 to 100 real quick.
0 out of 100 of like what?
I said it goes 0 to 100 real quick. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure. Because even like even me playing NCAA now, if my corner get beat, I'm pissed off. I'm mad. Like, bro, what are you doing? But like, that's just like the nature of the positions. Being a safety, we always got to make sure everybody's on the same page. We the last line of defense. So if we bust, this damn near a touch. So just me being a veteran, stepping into this position, a lot of new guys, like we have to. That's the priority. Like we all have to be on the same page. We all have to communicate because like a D lineman could be in the wrong gap and nobody will ever know. But if a DB has an MA, he's not in the right spot, it's a touchdown. So it's so little, and so we have to be so locked in, tapped in to communicate with each other. We have to have the ultimate urgency of being on the same page.
Speaking of playing, you said you play in NCAA. Have you played as yourself?
A little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Last year at West Virginia, I ain't really play with my character for it. I ain't really. He wasn't making the plays I was making in real life for real, so it was kind of pissing me off. But I'm actually about to start a dynasty with my friends.
I will say, Jet said that they need to watch film.
Nah, for sure, for sure. I don't know who the ratings. I don't know what they be doing. Not to speak on some people, but some people be having higher ratings. It's like I don't know. Some people be having lower ratings.
I mean, that was coming from the guy who has the highest rating on UNLV's roster. So,
nah, for sure, they definitely got on.
Would you say you're a pretty big gamer, or just that game?
I guess it's really NCAA for real. Like growing up, that's really all I played. I play NCAA, MLB on the show. I just started playing Undisputed, the boxing game. So I'm really like more sports games.
You like baseball?
Yeah, I played baseball. I actually won a state championship my sophomore year of high school. But I stopped playing. I started getting offers for football, so I started running track.
Who's your favorite baseball team? Or what? I know personally, I'm a big Red Sox fan, but I know for like I'll use the NBA as an example. I don't like teams. I like players.
Yeah.
So it's like I know that can be the same for any sport.
Yeah. That's definitely for baseball. Like even when I was playing growing up, like I never really sat. Like let's be honest, like no one's really gonna sit there and actually watch a baseball game. So like
Maybe I will say maybe now because those games are like 2 hours. Maybe not before when they were 4 hours.
I ain't gonna lie, and now it's damn near home runs, like 4 home runs a game now. So it's probably completely different. But like I definitely like you said, like I like players. So my top players right now, probably Jazz Chisholm for the Yankees, because he used to play for the Marlins. He was the best player on the Marlins. Ronald Acuna, because I play outfield. He a flashy guy too.
He's a beast.
Yeah, nah, he's crazy. He's different.
Do you like Tatis? I think it's crazy. The craziest thing to me about Fernando is like how good he was at shortstop, and then they just moved him. They moved him to the outfield, and it was like he's even better.
Yeah, dog, he was cold at shortstop. I don't know why they moved him to right field, but he's definitely up there for sure.
Me being a Red Sox fan, personally, if we're talking about outfield, the most exciting player I like to watch is Ceddanne Rafaela. Their little center field. You have a chance, watch him. He's little, probably like 5'10". He'll go and get anything out in the outfield. You watch baseball. You know who Jack Bradley Jr. is, right?
Yeah.
He reminds me of he couldn't really hit that well, but he could catch anything. He reminds me of him.
Now, growing up, my favorite player was Andrew McCutchen.
McCutchen's good. He still plays for the Pirates.
Yeah.
Have you seen that center fielder from the A's? The
Oh
one that's just leaning on
yeah.
the wall, catching everything.
Yeah, he robbed a home run. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. He a rookie.
Yeah, he played for the minor league team here. How's the DB room working with the linebackers to build chemistry? Because you know that they go, you guys kind of work hand in hand.
It's really through reps for real. Like we just like before our break we had OTAs and stuff. Just going through those 7-on-7s, even talk to linebackers like if the receiver got this split, he probably gonna do this. So drop more that way. You know what I'm saying? So it's a work in progress. You know, through camp, we're gonna get we're gonna get real life reps. So as we go through there, we're gonna build more chemistry, but it's definitely in the works.
Maybe I've said it. Maybe it's kind of like a blessing in disguise that you guys get to hit somebody else other than your teammates a week earlier because they rescheduled that game.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
And you guys, no offense to Idaho State, but that's a whole different level. And you guys are gonna have, probably film is gonna be a lot of cleanup, but it's gonna be fun just probably hitting somebody.
Sure. You know, that first game of the year is always there's always a lot of emotions going into the first game because like everybody want to, especially now, like new head coach. I know the city's gonna be starving to see us play, so it's definitely gonna be it's gonna be a great game for sure.
Attendance was really good last year. It's only gonna get better too because they got a lot. It looks different. People have a different perspective because it's inside the Legion. So it's like, oh, it's an NFL stadium.
Right.
But if you actually compared so they used to play at this stadium called Sam Boyd Stadium. It was out in kind of like Henderson-ish, before they played in Allegiant, and that stadium only held 36,000. They were averaging towards the end of the year last year, they were averaging 40.
Okay.
So it's like it's all relative of so that place Allegiant gets loud.
How
It's a
much they
very
hold?
65.
Okay.
60. The Raiders average about 55,000 a game, 55 to 60 a game usually. There's a lot of talk, at least that I've seen, that they're trying to get with how Mullen is, and you guys would probably be fingers crossed. You guys will be 2-0 when you guys play UCLA. That'll be with UCLA how well they travel. They'll probably be. I'm hoping for 50. The biggest crowd they got last year was 40. It was the record when they played Boise. They got 48, 47.
Now we gotta break that. We gotta break that. Hey, Rebel
And
fan, I gotta show up, man. Let's pack out Allegiant.
it's crazy because you went from when Allegiant opened, it was right after COVID, and it went from having 15,000 fans in there to by the end of last year you had 40,
Right.
and it was they had games at the how obviously you've probably seen it a little bit. Hockey's crazy here,
Okay.
and it's just they had games last year that the Knights were playing at the same time, and they were still getting 40. So imagine
Yeah.
So it's like, T-Mobile holds 20. So it's like there's a whole nother thing going on right there, and they're still getting those games. I will say, I haven't said this to anybody, but I'll say it to you. The one game I think obviously fans want to win, but just beat Reno. That's all. That's all they really ask for. Keep that cannon red and keep it in Vegas. Have you seen that thing?
I mean,
Have you seen that thing?
the cannon? Yeah, it's right. I be seeing it, yeah, but like I ain't gonna lie, you know, me coming like being new here, like I definitely have seen like a bunch of like UNLV tweets, like tweeting at Reno and stuff like that. So it really,
It's crazy. It's definitely something because for a while, every rivalry doesn't matter who it is. Like it could be Pitt, West Virginia, it could be UNLV, Reno, could be USC, UCLA, just any rivalry, right? We go through stretches of like one side wins a bunch in a row, and it was for a while in the 2010s. It was Reno, and UNLV's won 7 of the last 10 against them. So that's why the Rebel fans are being the way that they are.
but it's crazy. I seen a tweet today. It was like I think it was like ranking like all the cities in the Mountain West or something. I think, and at the
Oh,
bottom,
was that the one? Was that the one from Rebel Barstool? And they put Reno at the bottom and said hell, below hell, and then Reno.
I think so. It was something like that. But it was like 12. 12 was like any city in the world, and then the last one was Reno. I was like, damn.
There are people. There are people. I mean, you don't have to look, but like if you if you're on Twitter as much as I am sometimes, there are Rebel fans talking their talk on Reno's NCAA football video game release videos,
Yeah, for
saying
real.
their jerseys are ugly.
I gotta go chat to go look at that.
I know I'm guilty. I said one today. They posted their hype video, and it was like to the song "I Want to Rock Right Now," and
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
And I tweeted the only thing getting rocked is Reno football in
Yeah, I
November.
think that. I definitely see that.
It's like things like that. It's not just me though. It's just like it's funny because there are so many people. So this could be any school, but like they call Reno, they call UNR basically it's a mini Vegas because it's all Vegas kids that don't want to stay home.
Okay.
Because you can get the in-state tuition and they don't want to stay home. And they
Okay.
kind of do. And then Reno has the joke about UNLV that they say the people that go to UNLV, it's you never leave Vegas. So, I mean, those are the polite ones. You know, that's anything.
Yeah,
It's like,
how far is Reno from here?
if you're flying, an hour and a half. If you're driving, 6 hours. Nevada's bigger than you think. And there's nothing in the middle. There's no small towns in the middle. So like they call it the if you ever look it up, they call it the loneliest drive in the country because you can go there are stretches you can go 2 hours without between gas stations and there's nothing in the middle and you don't get radio unless you have like satellite. It's like so if you don't have anything downloaded, you don't have phone service really. I mean it's better now, but that's what they used to call it. You didn't have service, you didn't have radio, and there's like it's bad. I've done it a couple times.
Nah, that's crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
So Nevada has basically three major cities: Carson City, that's the capital, Reno, and Vegas. Vegas is, the biggest city by far, and
Mhm.
it's bigger than Carson City and Reno combined.
Okay.
What's one play or moment from your past that really stands out? Something that shaped you into the player that you are.
I got two plays. It's really my two picks in the Legion. Honestly, like being out of Northwestern, because like those two plays really changed my life. And like looking at it now, because like when we played in the bowl game, we stayed at the Mandalay Bay. So you know the stadium right there. So every day, like me and my teammates used to just look at it like, bro, the stadium don't even look real. Like it's just like a floating like black dot. We like, bro, what is this for real? So going into that game, I'm like, bro,
There's a lot of Vegas radio people that call it the Death Star.
yeah, for sure. I can see that for sure. So like going into that game, I'm like, bro, I gotta make a play. And it's crazy that I end up catching two picks on back-to-back drives. You know, those
Ironically, I was at that game.
yeah, for real.
Surprisingly. my
Sure.
my she was my fiance at the time, but my wife now, she won tickets to the game and we stayed and watched the whole game because you guys played Utah, right?
Yeah.
It was Utah and Northwestern. Like we had to be on the field for warm-ups and I saw you like we saw the warm-up stuff and everything. It was cool. And then thinking about it now, it was like that was probably the two biggest plays of the game.
Sure. For sure. For sure. I'll be talking to
He played that game too, right?
yeah, he was a running back for them. Yeah, it was like, yeah, maybe I throw him them two picks now, like in the Legion. So now coming back, being in the stadium that changed my life, man. It's a full circle moment.
What did you think of it when you played in there for the first time?
It's it's crazy because when we ran out of the tunnel for that game, like we had a bunch of like fireworks and smoke all in the stadium. So like after like the first drive, I got to the sound like, bro, I can't breathe. Like I'm looking up, I'm like, but the smoke is still up here. And so I caught the first pick. I was good. I was celebrating or whatever. But the second pick, it's funny because when I got to the sideline after celebrating something, I threw up and like a little. So my aunt, like after the game, she FaceTimed me. She was like, we saw you throwing up, right? I was like, no. And I rewatched the TV comment. They definitely had the trash can right in front of me after the pick.
So
So
funny.
that was definitely hilarious looking back on it.
Las Vegas is known for its energy and nightlife. What's one thing you want to check out or do here that you haven't got to do yet?
Haven't done yet. I want to go on a hike, but it's too hot right now for that, honestly. But like actually,
If you go up to Mount Charleston, it's about 20 degrees cooler.
oh, okay. So I'll check that out. I want to go on a hike, and I really just want to go on a hike for real. Like I've been to T-Mobile. I went to the Benavides and Morale fight. I've been to that fight. I definitely want to go to the Canelo Crawford fight. Okay, I kind of keep up with boxing a little bit.
You guys got a bye week now. So
Yeah. Oh, I want to go to Aces game. That's what I want. I want to see. I want to see Agent Wilson. She cold.
they're playing right now. Their season going on right now. They play at Mandalay Bay.
Yeah, I definitely want to go one of their games. I was supposed to go to when they played Caitlin Clark.
T-Mobile.
Yeah, I was going to go to that game, but I ended up not going. But I definitely want to go to Aces game for sure.
What's your go-to comfort food?
That's tough. My go-to probably some stewed chicken and rice and some my grandma red beans.
We all order DoorDash. We all order Uber Eats. What's your embarrassing go-to order on DoorDash?
My embarrassing.
It doesn't have to be embarrassing, but what is like your go-to consistent go-to order or your guilty pleasure? If you want an example, Jet said his was Roberto's or Wingstop.
Okay.
Caden said that he orders breadsticks from Little Caesars. So it ranges. It could be anything.
So I'll say like I'm just like when the summer started, I just told myself like, bro, I can't be buying Uber Eats every day. Like that's crazy. I'll say a little treat I begin to see here and there is the cinnamon twist from Domino's.
Those are good.
Yeah.
Those are good. A little icing dip.
Yeah, so if I got a little sweet tooth, I'll order that. That'll probably be like my first, because I don't really eat sweets like that. So like when I do have it, I'll probably order that every single time.
If you could have a talent in any skill that you don't have, what would it be?
Talent or any skill? That's a good question. I never thought about that. A talent or a skill that I wish I could have.
Like I asked Jet, what's an unexpected skill that nobody would think that you have? And he said that he's really good at computers.
Computers.
That's what I was like, oh, interesting. You know, he was like, I guess that's an unexpected skill that people don't think I have. So it could be anything. Could be computers. It could be that you want to be a better cook. You know, could be anything really.
Okay, this is one. I wish I could roller skate.
You should definitely try it.
Like a lot of people around me, they can roller skate, and they be telling me like, "Bro, how can you not roller skate?" But it's crazy because I can ice skate. So
if you can ice skate, you can roller skate.
And that's what they be telling me, but I just can't do it. Like growing up, we used to have a roller skating ring. Like I never really used to go because I couldn't skate. But the time I've been to ice skating ring, like I got ice skate. I don't know if I can do it now. It's been years since I've tried any of it. I wish I could roller skate.
What's something that people don't know about you that you want to share?
Don't know about me that I want to share.
I'll give you an example if you want. Marcel told people that he reads comic books.
He reads comic books.
He said that's what he likes to do in his spare time is read books. He reads a new book a month and reads comic books.
I'll say I had a podcast, so I watch a lot of podcasts in my free time. Especially like when I'm playing the game. More than likely, if I'm playing the game, I have my iPad right next to me watching a podcast. So it's really like I had one. I did one episode. But I kind of like I ain't really keep up with it for. I really should have been considering getting back into it.
What was your podcast about?
It was just a platform like it was called All Access Athletes. So it was just like how you doing now, just allowing people just talk about their story. Like the one episode I have now is still on YouTube now. It was my two roommates at the time, Garnett Hollis and Cam Porter, and we just talked about like the things that as you go through that people don't see, like the behind the scenes. Like we all at that time we all had season-ending injuries, so we just were reflecting on that and like the mental health part of it that people don't talk about. So there's things like other than just playing football.
Well, even just on the show, people don't understand that like football is a full-time job. Going to school when you're an underclassman is a full-time job.
For sure.
And then trying to keep up with everything, it's like most people and most normal people can't keep up with one full-time job. How do you expect to keep up with two? And then you have to add the pressure of everything else.
It's crazy you say that because I hate this. So like I'll talk about this a little bit. Being at Northwestern, like such a highly prestigious school, being in those classrooms and like kind of seeing the students like look at you like in a way like they don't think you should be here in a way because like you play football, so they automatically think, oh, you're just here because you play football. Like, nah, like in reality, I do more than you, but you want to downplay what I do because I gotta do school, I gotta learn plays. I gotta practice. I gotta lift. Like people really don't understand. Like you said, it's the full-time job. Like we barely be having, especially during the season. You barely even have time for yourself to even do like things you want to do or like have fun. Because like you either like for me, is practice. I'm watching film. I'm watching the film of practice. Then I'm watching the opponent film. And then I got to do homework. And then I got to find like 30, 40 minutes of just doing nothing, like just trying to relax or chill. Because, like during the season, it ain't too many hours in a day for, so.
Yeah, because what sometimes even just now, just as an example, like some guys are going to summer school because they want to graduate early. So it's
Exactly.
like you guys wake up at you have your early morning practices, then you go and lift, then you got to get treatment, then you got to make sure you eat something, then you go to class, and it's like most of these college kids don't wake up for noon, like they
They
don't
they
understand.
don't got to deal with no strength coaches telling you put more weight on the bar. They don't got to, we, like, if we really think about football, like, we are a grown man running full speed, head on collisions. Like, there's a bunch of mini car crashes out there. Like, it takes a lot to play football. You feel me?
What
So,
would you say the normal recovery time is after a game? 2 days, 3 days before your body feels right?
I'll be like, depending on the game, but I'll say, like, average, probably like 2 days. That Sunday when you wake up be brutal. So Sunday be brutal. Monday kind of still going through it for real by like Tuesday usually. Depending on the game. Like if I had like, and also depends on like the tackles, like how many tackles, how'd you tackle? Like it's so many different factors that go into it. But like I'll say probably like 2 or 3.
Yeah, you don't have, but it's some people could have. I'm just using as an example. A linebacker could have 15 tackles, but they aren't as big as a safety that had four massive hits in the
Right,
secondary.
right.
You guys could be feeling the exact same thing.
Exactly, exactly. So, even like with the linebackers, like they don't, I'm not gonna say they don't cover much ground, but like let's say it's like an inside zone when the linebacker at 5 yards, the running back 5 yards off the ball, like it's not that big of a collision. But playing safety, I'm 15 yards back and I'm running full speed, like that's 50 yards of momentum and bomb. So it's like you said, the impacts will be different in different scenarios.
What's a song or artist that always gets you hyped before a game?
So I got a couple. NBA YoungBoy for sure. G Herbo. So I got those somebody in from Miami. Who I listen to before that? Major Nine and Nito.
Do you just put them on shuffle, or do you have a specific playlist that you listen to?
I have a playlist. It's a pretty long playlist, so I really just have a playlist on shuffle. But like I be having certain songs I gotta listen to like right before.
What's it gonna be like walking out in Allegiant for the first time as a rebel?
It's gonna be a full. It's gonna be a moment. I do this. My parents hate that I do this, and they probably gonna be mad that I talk about this. But my thing is like when we running out the tunnel, I have to be one of the last people coming out the tunnel. I don't know what it is, but like, I kind of like I told you earlier, like I'm a very visual person, so I kind of gotta like see everything before I run out. If that makes sense.
Oh, I
Like
got you.
so, like being in the back, like, cause I'm gonna look at the crowd. I'm gonna look at my teammates. I'm gonna look at all the little fireworks and fire and smoke and all that. And that's kind of like I want to say that's kind of what wakes me up, but like it's kind of like that. Okay, like now,
This
yeah,
time.
for sure. Like if you ask people around me, obviously nobody here know that, but like on game day, I really don't talk like that for real. Cause like once I wake up, it's kind of like I'm slowly getting into that mode. If that makes sense. A lot of people like they like to scream or they gotta talk to somebody like me. Like I'm gonna have my headphones in. I'm gonna be in my own world.
The only person you talking to, you're listening to is either your music, your coaches, or
For sure, for sure. Like I don't really too much like talking for real because like I don't feel like I'm wasting my energy, but like it's like nothing to really. I feel like there's nothing to really talk about for real. Like I don't need you to come over here and say, let's go. We about to like. I don't need all of that. Like I know what time. So I don't really be talking. I be laid back in my own world. Once that ball kick off, like okay, now it's on for real. Like let's get to it.
We'll finish with these. When you look back on the 2025 season, what do you hope Rebel fans say about you?
Say about me, that he's a great leader and a great person. You know, it's bigger than just making plays. You know, making plays. You know, obviously everybody gonna make plays. Everybody want to make plays. You know, that's how you get noticed by making plays. But I just want the Rebel fans to see and like just see how I operate and just being a leader and just bringing everybody along and leading us to victory.
We'll end with this. In 2025, UNLV will be what?
Different. It will be different for sure. For sure. I know we won a lot of games these past 2 years, but it's gonna be different.
Jaheem Joseph, a new Rebel with a veteran savvy and fresh fire for this defense. Excited to see how he shapes in 2025. Appreciate you joining us on this today, man.
Appreciate you having me.
That's it for this one. Catch you next time on the Scarlet Standard.